This program provides education, not advice. Sponsors pay a fee for endorsements and interviews. See the truthayf.com disclosure page for details.
This is where technology, innovation, and personal finance come together.
This is the truth about your future with Rick Edelman. Brought to you by Global X ETFs, dedicated to providing investors with unexplored intelligent solutions.
It's Thursday, December 21st. Yesterday, I told you that I love investing in Exponential Technologies ETFs. Remember, I'm the guy who invented the first ExpoTech ETF, the iShares Exponential Technologies ETF, symbol XT. And I love the fact that these investments have been making money, but I've been worried about the fact that a lot of the people buying these investments haven't been making the money that the funds themselves have been earning, all because people buying these funds have had lousy timing. They didn't hold them for the long term. They bought high, sold low, and then they blame the funds themselves. If you missed what I said yesterday, the link is in the show notes. Today, I want to tell you a related story and give you a related warning. One of the big ExpoTech themes is the environment. We all want to save the planet. There's a lot of innovation underway for clean energy, electric cars, and all that stuff. And a lot of companies are making big headlines on how they're now focused on being environmentally friendly. It's all about something called ESG, environmental, social, and governance, with a really big emphasis on that letter E in the ESG, environment. You got to watch out. A lot of these companies are downright misleading you. They're claiming to be making environmentally friendly products, sustainable products, when in fact, these companies really aren't doing that. A lot of these companies are claiming to be big on ESG. There have been a lot of mutual funds and ETFs that claim that they only invest in ESG stocks. And it's simply not true. I've been warning you about this for years, not to fall for the ESG trap. And now it looks like I've been right all along. Here's one example from Morningstar. Hartford Funds, 2 years ago, added the word sustainable to its core bond ETF, and investors poured $100 million into it. But the fund has failed to deliver the returns it expected, so Hartford is now dumping the sustainable angle and returning to a more conventional investment strategy. The Wall Street Journal says 5 other funds are also dropping their ESG mandates this year, and 32 more sustainable funds are closing. The SEC is putting on pressure too. It says that a lot of these funds have been misleading investors into thinking that ESG means better returns. It's simply not the case. One fund company paid a $19 million fine over this. So yes, exponential technologies are really worth investing in, but ESG is not on my list. Never has been. So let me give you just one example of what I mean by ExpoTech, exponential technologies. And let me give you a fun example, a literally fun example. Video games. Earlier this year, the newest Harry Potter got released, and it's generated over $1 billion in revenue for Warner Brothers. It wasn't a Harry Potter movie. It's a Harry Potter video game. $1 billion in revenue. Consumers are going to spend $185 billion on video games this year. That's 5 times more than what we spend at the movies, 70% more than what we spend on Netflix. 3.2 billion people around the world play video games, 40% of the global population. That number's rising 100 million a year. 2/3 of all the people in rich countries play video games, and half of them are women. There are now more players in their 30s and 40s than in their teens and 20s. This isn't something for teenage boys in the basement anymore. The latest season of The Walking Dead, it's now an interactive video game. Musicians like Lady Gaga are performing concerts in Fortnite. Fitness videos are now fitness games. This is creating entirely new business models. Free-to-play games that have featured ads and in-game purchases. Now subscription models. Apple, Netflix, Sony, Google, the New York Times. Everybody's getting in on this, offering games. 7 of the 10 most valuable tech firms are active in gaming. Let me ask you this question. What's your favorite form of home entertainment? Is it watching TV? Listening to music? Reading books? Playing board games? Crocheting? Cooking? For Gen Z, their favorite form of home entertainment is gaming. So take a look at the Global X Virtual Gaming and Esports ETF. The symbol is HERO, HERO. It'll give you an idea of the kinds of investment opportunities of companies that are engaged in video gaming and electronic sports. This is a category that I think is going to continue to grow. Check it out at globalxetfs.com. If you are an investor, be sure to ask your financial advisor about it. You know, the holiday season can cause a lot of stress and strain. Here's how you can get through it all. Listen to my wife Jean's podcast, Self-Care with Jean Edelman. Her weekly tips can be really helpful this time of year. And her new episode comes out today. You can listen to Jean everywhere you get your podcasts. You can also subscribe at selfcarewithjean.com. The link for her show today is in the show notes. I hope you're enjoying the holiday season. We are taking the rest of this week off, and Christmas, we'll be back with you again on December 26th. Have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful, happy holiday season. See you next week.
With more of our lives moving online, cybersecurity is always a concern. And with AI introducing even more complexity, the risks can multiply. Fortunately, a range of innovative companies are mounting a defense against bad actors. Explore the Global X Cybersecurity ETF, ticker BUG, to add this exposure to your portfolio. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Technology companies can be affected by rapid product obsolescence and intense industry competition. Before investing, carefully consider the fund's objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in the fuller summary prospectus at globalxetfs.com. Read carefully. Distributed by SEI Investments Distribution Co.
The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman is brought to you by Schwab. You want control of your financial future, and Schwab knows that. That's why when it comes to managing your wealth, Schwab gives you more choices, like full-service wealth management and advice when you need it most. You can also invest on your own and trade on Thinkorswim, the powerful award-winning trading platforms. Plus, you'll get low costs, transparent pricing, and 24/7 live help. Because Schwab understands it's your financial journey, and they believe you should have choices in how you invest. Visit schwab.com to learn more.
How do advances in science, technology, and medicine translate into investment opportunity? Listen and learn.
This is The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman.